Hi, Stacy here with Limelight AZ. Saturday night for this week, and I'm doing my update. Normally I do it on Sundays, but I felt like doing it tonight. I had some time. I'm waiting for my husband to get home from the store, and I thought, why not? 16 weeks, 324 stings. You'll notice that there's only a 20 sting difference between last week's update and this week's, and that is because last week we did the stings earlier in the day and ended up counting toward my total since I hadn't done the video yet. So it's actually still on track. It's just that there was 40 stings last week and 20 this week, which is still technically 30 and 30. Anyway, so this week kind of sucked. I'm kind of peopled out, and I am finding that I am disgruntled with certain people. You know, it's really easy to lump a whole bunch of people in together, and then say I'm mad at everyone, but really it just boils down to that there's certain people that I'm really annoyed with. FYI, if you're watching this, Kristen, Wendy, Stephanie, you guys are not part of the people that I'm disgruntled with. I'm just not very talkative this week. I love you guys, and you guys have been incredibly supportive of me just by touching base, and I appreciate that. And my limey friends, not disgruntled with you guys either. Just other people that are supposed to be part of my life, and I'm just annoyed by them. And it's certain people, and I obviously I'm not going to say who those people are, and I don't think they even watch my videos. So if you're watching my videos, it's not likely you. I just peopled out, and I'm just annoyed by people right now, and maybe it's Lyme, maybe it's me, maybe it's that I have an honest to goodness reason to be disgruntled by them. I don't know. At any rate, I am finding that I don't really want to talk that much right now, and I just want to hide in my makeshift cave, you know. I think the not getting out of bed has really been getting to me lately, and it's wearing thin on me. It's been, I think it's pushing almost 4 months now that I have not been able to get out of bed at all. I've left the bed once, and that was to go to the hospital a couple weeks ago. So I'm just over it, you know, and I want to get out of the bed, and each day that I don't get out of the bed, it's going to be more challenging to get out of the bed, and I know that, and it's just like, I just need my body to cooperate enough so that I can start working toward that. Right now, I'm still in too much pain with my knees. It doesn't do any good. I need the swelling to go down in my knees. It's done that some. I started using a TENS unit earlier this week on my knees, and that seems to have helped with a good portion of the swelling. Unfortunately, it has not helped with the pain and what feels like stiffness, at least not yet. So my husband theorizes that it has to do with the spirochete not liking getting zapped by electrical currents, and so it's moved. I actually tend to agree with that, because it went from being heavily in my left knee, like distortion wise, to now my left arm is all screwed up. They like moved to my left elbow. And my left knee is still stiff and somewhat swollen, but not like it was. And now my left arm feels like is affecting my left elbow, and it's now affecting my whole left arm. So, I'm frustrated by that because my arm keeps falling asleep and my hand keeps doing weird stuff. And what else? So yeah, using the TENS unit, I think I'm going to do it on sting nights. I think I also need to be careful not to use it too strong. It seems to be affecting my whole body. I find that odd since I'm only using it on my knees. I am doing it for each knee for an hour, but it really, you would think that it wouldn't be making my entire body sore, but that's what I'm noticing, is that my whole body is sore the next day. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and limit it down to sting days only. And the reason is because usually the day after sting days, I have a little bit of a pain relief from the bee stinging that I don't have on non-sting days. Or I mean on the sting days, because it alternates. I apologize if this sounds confusing. Non-sting days are usually less painful because I stung the night before. So sting days are usually more painful because I have to go through the whole day before we get to stinging, and then I go to sleep. So I figure if the TENS unit is going to cause me a little bit of pain, then it'll probably balance out with the venom from my sting night the night before. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I do think that it has helped, I think, my right knee already. My right knee seems to be a little bit stronger as far as the pain goes in the kneecap. At least that's what it feels like, this kneecap area. I don't know how else to describe it. I lift my knee, or I lift my leg, and it feels like my kneecap is going to be dislocated. So it seems to be doing better my right leg than my left leg, and I'm hoping that that is due to the TENS unit. So I'll continue using using it and see how it goes. What else? So I washed my hair today, or my husband did. Did a really good job. It's the first time he's washed it. It's my mom that has washed it previously. I nearly shaved my head. I can't stand not being able to take care of it. It is short now, so it doesn't get that like matted mess that I had toward the beginning of my Lyme journey, but it gets gross, and I go way too long in between having my hair washed, and so I nearly shaved it today, and which really upset me because, I don't feel like I have a whole lot to hang on to for feeling feminine, and my hair is one of them, and so it was pretty upsetting, and my husband had some ideas to possibly try to work into the family to make it so that I can wash my hair more frequently. So I think we'll try that route first. I'm not completely tabling the idea of shaving my head. There's two things that hold me back. One is because I like my hair and I don't want to shave my head. Two is that I will look like I'm a cancer patient, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression thinking that I'm trying to act like I have cancer. I don't have cancer. I have Lyme disease. My hair wouldn't fall out on its own. Well, at least not to the degree that somebody undergoing chemo would. But I can't take care of it, and it's driving me insane. I'm picking at my body now because I've got skin that's caking on because I'm not able to do things that normal everyday people do, that would cause your skin to, slough off normally. Today, after washing my hair, or having my husband wash my hair, my hands again got all wet. Had so much skin coming off of them. It was so gross. I mean, it looked like I had my hands stuck in dough because so much skin was coming off of them. And I'm just like, I don't understand how I have skin left. So, wow, I really kind of skirt-tailed on that one. But yeah, I don't want to give people that eventually, if I do get out of the house, the wrong impression that I have cancer and then have to explain to them that no, I don't have cancer, I have Lyme disease, and then have the cross-eyed, like, doggy, like, sideways look of, like, what's Lyme disease? But for now, I'm going to continue having my hair. We will revisit this if the issue continues where I can't get my hair cleaned as often. I talked to my husband. I'm like, can we please do this every Saturday? Even once a week would be a big deal. The other thing is that when I did set up today, it's been... Last time I sat up was at the hospital. And that was with help, with the gurney or bed or whatever. And that wasn't so difficult. That was about 3 weeks ago. But the last time before that was the last time I had my hair washed. And that's been probably 5-6 weeks. I sat up today. My body was so heavy. I mean, it just, like, my whole body just felt, like, so weighed down. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just going to get worse. It's not going to be long before my torso can't support my weight to sit up, you know. Right now I'm still doing okay. I might be hunched over a little bit, but I'm doing pretty good. You know, I don't have to worry about like falling over or anything like that, but I continue this way and I'm honestly concerned. So after talking to my husband, we're thinking about trying to get me sitting up at least once a day, probably multiple times a day if given the opportunity, with help to just keep my core strong. Oh, that reminds me. So a little bit of progress is I've been having some popping going on in my spine, which I've not had for months. It seems that the popping of my body started in my ankles and is working its way up. So it started in my ankles, then went to my knees and my hips a little bit, and now I'm noticing it in my lower spine. And not on purpose. I mean, it's just during movement that it pops a little bit in the same couple of spots. So I'm hoping that this is progress. We won't know for sure for a while. But I'm really hoping that it's progress. So if you pray, then pray that that continues, because having movement going on in my spine again that is enough to make my spine pop is, I would think, a good thing. It seems to have been a good sign in the rest of my body. My right ankle initially, when it would pop, it would hurt. Now it doesn't hurt anymore to pop it. So I think that this is progress of the tendons strengthening and stretching enough so that my body can do what it needs to do. What else? I don't know. I think that's about all. This next week... Oh, we got a new batch of bees, by the way. Did we have those last week or no? I can't remember. I don't remember. So this next week, continue stinging, and hope that each time that we sting that it gets just a little bit better. At 324 stings right now. It's right around the 500 stings mark that I can start stinging the extremities and taking propolis and royal jelly and stuff like that. So really looking forward to that. That's another 4 or 5 weeks from now worth of stinging. So really looking forward to it. All right, I think this is long enough. I think that's about all. Have a good day. Bye.